in the eternal search for that youthful look, there is no shortage of tonics, scrubs, injections with or without toxins, radiofrequency bombardment, microdermabrasion, lasers, and of course the old-fashioned scalpel. But what if you already have that youthful look because you are what doctors call young? In moves designed to derail the aging process before it even starts, younger and younger women are undergoing elective procedures to correct imperfections no one can see. Here's ABC's Claire Shipman.
They're young women in the dewy blush of youth. Even in a celebrity world that demands perfection, sagging and wrinkles for them should seem a far-off future battle.
If you look really closely, she's just starting to get a crow's feet. So maybe she should do a little preventative Botox. You see she's very heavy-lidded. So you could do Thermage CPT around her eyes, tighten up her lids.
Now, no one is saying young beauties Scarlett and Blake have had anything done, but we're picking apart their pictures because unbelievably, they'd be considered candidates for the latest trend in cosmetic procedures, preventative aging. It's official. We've become a society so obsessed with youth that women in their 20s are taking dramatic and expensive measures.
And then we have this one here.
To stop aging before it happens, if they have the means. Dr. Deborah Jalaman, a dermatologist on New York's Tony Fifth Avenue, advises her young patients to start early.
It's going to totally improve.
Because for better or worse, it does work.
If you're in your 20s and you start to see lines coming, then why not do it early and prevent it? And to me, it's just like exercise.
That was Jane Carrasco's thinking as well. A new mother and aspiring actress with no overt need for any boosting or filling.
Hi, Jane. How you doing?
She decided to make a substantial investment in stopping the clock at 31. She's having Thermage, the hot radiofrequency treatment to tighten and lift skin that's all the rage in Hollywood.
I went on an audition recently, and I was supposed to portray a young mother, which I am actually, but every young mother that came in really looked 19, so I looked like way, way older.
Thermage literally jolts underlying collagen into overdrive. The body produces more and firms up what's there already. The results can be startling. Thermage sounds like the new wonder drug.
It really is. I mean, it definitely tightens your skin. There's no downtime, but it is expensive. And, you know, for example, to do a whole face could be $3,500. So it's an expensive investment, so it's not for everybody, but I think it is a good investment.
Are a lot of these treatments now so commonplace that they come up as topics of conversation with young women?
I think so, for sure. And you'll see it in the media, you'll see it in magazine articles, and then say, hey, have you ever heard of this? I'm thinking of trying this.
And is it something you talk about with your friends?
Mm-hmm. All the time.
Jalaman says Thermage is so popular that the latest trend is the full body treatment. You can fix almost anything that sags without surgery.
We've had people do their entire bodies.
Are the results dramatic?
Dramatic.
Dare I ask the cost of a full body Thermage?
Oh, you may. It's like $25,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jalaman is the author of a new book, Skin Rules, which, in addition to detailing cutting-edge wrinkle-zapping technology, also offers less costly basic advice for any young woman looking to fend off signs of aging.
Making sure you get enough sleep, making sure you eat right. I can't tell you how many people come to me to correct all these problems that they wouldn't have if they followed some of the simple rules.
Most important, she says, avoid sun exposure and tanning beds.
We know that sun damage is cumulative, and 5 minutes a day is enough to give you skin cancer, but it's also enough to break down the collagen, the elastic tissue.
Still, a lot of young women want more, and if Thermage is out of reach, there's preventative Botox. When you get the Botox, does it hurt?
There are other things that I think women do that are much more painful.
That's what Katie DeMeo came in for.
When you are 25, you have that mentality of, one, it's never going to happen to me, or, you know, I'll always look this great. I won't be one of those people that does that, and then it happens.
Katie was just 28 with wedding bells in the offing when she decided to put her toe in the Botox water.
I wanted that pop in my eye, and I wanted just the extra perk of my eyebrows.
So you looked at Katie and you saw what? Where were the
So she was starting to get forehead lines. And, you know, she was getting them early. Some people have very strong muscles of facial expression. She has a beautiful face, but it's very expressive face. So an expressive face.
It's an expressive face.
It's an expressive face.
That's
It's
the
not
way
a
to-
stoic face.
Right.
So an expressive face will start to show lines. And then once those lines etch into the skin, they start to scar down. I'm going to inject right here.
And though it may make you cringe, that is, if you still can, Botox is up 10% among 20 to 29-year-olds just in the last year.
So it doesn't surprise you anymore to see 20-somethings coming in for Botox?
Not at all. You know, Botox has been around now for almost 20 years. It's relatively painless, it's quick, it's easy, it's an office visit, it doesn't require any surgery, and so many people are willing to do it.
Katie says she was thrilled with the result and has since been stopping back once a year for maintenance. But Katie and most young consumers still aren't that eager to go public.
You didn't tell your husband you were doing it.
I didn't tell anybody.
You didn't tell anybody.
Not until now.
She didn't even tell her husband.
That's a common thing. We have a lot of people ripping up receipts in our office. Right.
All of it, Katie thinks, worth the investment.
I'm not going to look like I'm 25 years old. But if I can look, let's say, you know, if I'm 35 and I can look 30, or if I'm 45 and I can look 40, I think there is something to be said for that.
Especially in this age of not aging at all. For Nightline, I'm Claire Shipman in New York.